So one of my first videos that you'll see on my channel shows making a hammer finish or hammer surface in matrix art, and then you can actually apply that hammered finish to just about anything that you can get a single surface on. So I had this heart ring to make, and so I thought, well, if I use my matrix art technique, what I need to do is flow this onto here. And so I have to get a single surface over here. So what I did, and I'll show you why this second video is needed. Um, and let's see. If I take my single surface right here and I SmartFlow that to that, that is not what I want. It's got an ugly pinch in it. It's got a seam, and no matter which way I turn it, that hammered finish is not going to cut it. Even if I was to slice it in half and mirror it, I still got this weird, wonky center part. So how can we, how do we do a hammer finish on something that that we're not going to use like a SmartFlow situation on? So this is what I came up with. So this, and by the way, this heart is in the T-Splines library. You just pull out right here, pull out, where is it? Yeah, pull out this colada and get rid of the hands. That's all it is. Whoa, I don't know what that was. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so if you want to try this and you need that heart, that's where it is. Okay, so here is, I changed it a little bit, obviously, but that's the T-Splines heart, and I made it into a polysurface there. Okay, so it's a rhino object right now. Okay, so we want to hit this, we want to hammer this up, right? Okay, so we're going to do this goldsmith style. If you were a goldsmith, you would hit it with a hammer. So what we're going to do is go into our T-Splines menu and hit plane. Okay, leave the X faces and the Y faces just at 2. Okay, make sure those are right. And we're going to make just a very simple plane. Okay, go over here to your T-Splines menu, which is on. Hit the verts here, and then hit this little the arrows over here. Pick that one vert in the center, pull it down just a little bit. Okay, now go back over here, hit select object, select your object, make it into a rhino surface. Okay, we are done with T-Splines. You can get rid of that. Okay, so what we want to do here is this is now your hammer. Okay, if you look at a jeweler's hammer, and I encourage you, if you have access to one, to go look at them. A lot of them, they're smaller, like the finishing hammers, and their end of it is going to have a soft curve to it, and that's how you get, those are the hammers that you typically will finish something like this with. Okay, so how are we going to get this on here and not lose our mind? Go over to the setting menu, and you're going to pull out this guy right here, bead on surface. Okay, let me reset this because I've been playing with it. Okay, you want to put this surface in here, and the nice thing about this tool is I can put a poly surface into here, and it'll read it all over the place. Whereas if you're doing SmartFlow, you can only have a single surface. This you can have a poly surface. Okay, so I put this in here, right? And then if a bead comes out, I thought I reset it, it would come out. If a bead comes out, you want to hit the object and change it to, it'll say like bead browser object. You want to hit object. Okay, so this is the object you want. So this goes in here, and then you hit this to orient, right? Select objects to orient. All right, so now I'm orienting my hammer onto my piece. Okay, so now I can just go ahead and hammer the surface. Now, this seems like it would take a really long time, and I actually really enjoyed myself doing this. Like it did not take a long time at all. You can't do it all at once, but you know what? That's how we do it by hand anyways. So what you want to do is you take this and you want to split it with all of these. Okay, now take all of these and split it with your heart. Okay, and then you just start deleting. Go in and delete those surfaces. And this method worked like a charm. My model didn't break. It was good all the way through. As long as when you're doing this, you got to be smart about it. Oops. There we go. Okay, this goes in here. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's mode. Yeah, okay, so mode, object, select objects to orient right there. All of a sudden it's coming out correct now. Okay. You just hammer it up. If you want your hammer marks a little deeper, you go over here and you hit the vertical offset. And you can make it deeper, whatever you want. So, you know, I can get like, you know, when you're hammering this, sometimes you like want to get like, just kind of tap the edges and it's so easy to work with this, this tool on Matrix this way. So I'm going to split these with this. Okay. Now I'm going to select all of my hammer planes and split those with heart. You could use Boolean, but it's just as easy to do it this way. Whoops. Huh. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Okay, so sometimes you get like you get jammed up a little bit, like, hey, it didn't split. So I'm gonna select that heart and I'm gonna split it with all of these. Did it work? Yep, there it goes. Nope. It worked. I just picked the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Whoops. Let's see. Oh, there's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. And then, of course, every time you join, make sure you've got, whoops. Make sure you have a closed polysurface. Because if you ever get an open, you want to fix it right away. You don't want to wait to the end. So using that method, I was able to create this ring right here. Turned out really good, I thought. And I'm also able to hollow it out, which is something that you can't do if you're doing it traditionally. You can't hammer a hollow surface. Now, one thing I love about Matrix is I can do this really random pattern, but then I can mirror it so that my pattern is perfectly balanced. So even though it's random, it's the same on this side, so it has a nice look to it. So anyways, that's a great way to use the bead on surface tool for a hammer finish. I just thought that was too good not to pass along. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video.